Welcome back to another video of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And today, as promised, we're gonna do some hunting while I also give my first impression of the first new locale in Sunbreak, which is the jungle. So before we head to our first hunting mission in Master Rank, Shike, I don't know how to pronounce the name, let me just refer her as the princess, because she is the princess of the kingdom. She told us about the three lords. The way she explained it is that these monsters are particularly influential towards the kingdom's monsters. These three monsters are Lunagoron, Garangolem, and the flagship monster itself, Malzeno. Believe it or not, the three lords are already teased by Capcom before the expansion got released, with the three of them appearing in some of the game trailer videos. One Master Rank quest doesn't immediately give new or returning big monsters right from the start, but instead greets us with existing monsters in the base game, with the exclusion of small monsters, which you can see some of them are Hermitaurs and Velociprey. So for our first mission, I chose to hunt a Royal Ludroth because to me it had the same feeling of fighting a Great Jagras back in the world, where it's just a big punching bag. Anyway, since there aren't any new monsters yet, I'll talk about one of the new locale in Sunbreak, which is the jungle.
Those who set foot in this land will behold its breathtaking splendor. Ancient ruins, lush greens, and rich waters.
At first glance, the jungle has that same feeling of both the ancient forest and the flooded forest because, well, it has tons of trees. However, I do feel like this is more of a beach-style area, as the borders of this locale are mostly sand and sea. Just by exploring a bit of this new area, I somehow felt nostalgic with the old games, although I don't play the older generations that much. There are environmental traps, which I'm super glad they brought back, because in World and Iceborne they were really useful and dealt a significant amount of damage to the monsters, of course if they get hit by it. For me, I feel this map is small compared to the other maps in Monster Hunter Rise. There was of course some underground area, just like some of the other maps as well. As I explored more and more, the map revealed itself, which you can see turned out to be a small island with the middle being a tall terrain. There was also a ruin to the north. Since I don't know what to talk about, I think I'll just do a compilation of the monster hitting me and me dodging its attack. After we're done with Royal Ludroth, I headed back to Elgato and talked to the smithy to check the new armor and gear. And to no surprise, they weren't worth it. Well, I mean, we only started Master Rank. Notice how I don't immediately change armor to Master Rank, as the highest armor rarity in Base Rise still outperforms Rarity 8 or Tier 1 armor in Sunbreak. Now this wasn't the case in Iceborne, as I remembered getting smacked the hell out of by Master Rank monsters even with full Draken armor set. The Draken armor was one of the meta sets in Base World since it has high armor value and also some amazing armor skills. But even with that, I very clearly remember my first wall in Iceborne was when I fought Barioth and that dude clapped me. But it looks like things have changed in Sunbreak. Even with full Valstrax armor, I still could manage early Master Rank content. I think it was only at Master Rank 3 or 4 that I started to go back to a mix set since the armor value was getting better than the Valstrax armor. Next on my hunting list was Kuluyaku. I picked this monster because this oversized chicken usually has some decent affinity on its weapons. Kulu was also another punching bag for me since the movesets are pretty telegraphic and it doesn't have much of an AoE attack. It only gets annoying when it has the rock on its hand because that can deflect attacks, but other than that he was a punching bag. So, well, here's another compilation. Finally, after completing 2 key quests, we returned to the quest Damsel to get the urgent quest, which was to hunt a Tetranodon. So off we go! Hunting a Tetranodon wasn't really exciting since that dude was really slow and you can tell when and what attack he's going to do. The only thing I like about this monster is its jump attack, since it seems very appropriate for that giant body of his. I think I forgot to mention this, but Master Rank monsters typically have 1 or 2 new attacks and the type differs for each monster. I think for Tetranodon, his new attack was the fast walk one. It's similar to Rathian's triple run attack, and you've probably expected this, but here's another compilation. Upon completing this quest, we headed back to El Gado, where there's another cutscene, and for each type of body types, there's a quest for each of them, which the reward will be a new body skill. Unfortunately, we didn't go to Master Rank 2 because as far as I can remember, there's a total of 4 key quests and 2 urgent quests before you can go to the next Master Rank. After we're done with a little break, we continued our quest. This time I chose Crane from Kung Fu Panda. Just kidding, it's Agnesum. I feel like the monsters in Master Rank that I've encountered so far are generally bigger than in high rank, but maybe that's just my feeling. Agnesum in Master Rank still retains its moves with distinct moves like the wing sweep and its fireball spam attack. Even after fighting this bird so many times in Phase Rise, I still don't feel comfortable with its hitbox, specifically the beak and the legs. Sometimes they land but I only take chip damage, and other times they'll knock me up, which is kinda weird. The last quest before urgent assignment that I picked was Baroth. Fighting Baroth in Master Rank isn't fun, and I don't mean he deals crazy damage, but the fact that he likes to spam the mud attack along with the headbutt quickly makes it boring. I don't know if it's because of my positioning or it's something else. And I say positioning because I saw some speedrunners video where they'll bait the monster in doing certain attack. An example of this is baiting Fatalis into doing the giant cone attack back in Ashborn. This was done so that the speedrunner can get some free damage as Fatalis is locked in that animation and can't do another attack. I have to say that Baroth's train whistle sound effect gets me every time whenever it does the charging headbutt. I don't know if it's actually coming from Baroth itself or it's a sound effect added. However, I'm sure in previous Monster Hunter games he also has the train sound effect. If I continue normal, nothing out of the box happens, and as usual, here's a compilation. Completing the Barroth hunt marks the end of the key quest missions, and the urgent quest to hunt a variant of Bishaten appeared. This Bishaten is called the Blood Orange Bishaten. I guess it's called that due to the color of its body. Besides that, this quest introduces a new hunting mechanic called the Follower quest, where NPCs can join you in battle. I'll discuss this mechanic as we jump into quest. However, I'm ready to say that we'll fight the Bishaten in the next video, as this video is already long enough. I do hope you guys enjoy this playthrough of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and if you do, be sure to like the video and also subscribe, as it really helps the channel. With that said, thank you guys for watching till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Opportunity may present itself from the most unexpected of places. As folly begets yet more folly. And even if it results in a disaster of unknown proportions, the cycle of stupidity created by these creatures could appear like a feast to the crazed eye.